guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be playing with some affordable makeup. We are going to be doing a full face of only products that are under $10. So this is very budget friendly. That's what I wanted to do. I don't own a ton of products that are under $10, but I managed to find pretty much everything in my collection for a full face. So yeah, today we're going to be playing with some affordable makeup. You know, the drugstore is where it's at. You know, they always have really good makeup. They're always evolving and they're getting better and better. Some of this stuff is new and some of it is hella old. You're gonna see. You're gonna know what year I'm talking about when I show some of these products. So stay tuned for that. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications, hit the bell so you are notified every time I upload. I do upload every single week, and make sure you check out my social media. If you wanna follow me, they are here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's get on with the video. First, what we're gonna do is we are going to prime. We are gonna use the Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. This stuff I raved about in my last video. It's so good. It's so good. It smells amazing. It smells like laundry detergent. It is water-based, so it's not going to break you out, and it's really hydrating for the skin. Oh my god. I absolutely love this stuff. If you have dry skin, your skin is going to drink this up right away. It just melts right into the skin. It almost feels like a gel moisturizer, kind of. You know how when you put a gel moisturizer on, it's just like gone in 30 seconds on your face? That's how this is. It just goes right into the skin so beautifully. It does leave your skin a little bit tacky, which is really nice because it's going to help your foundation adhere to the skin better. Next, we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus Foundation. You guys know I love this. I don't gotta tell y'all twice. I mentioned this on my channel several times actually, so I'm not really going to go over the foundation too much just so I don't sound like a broken record, but just know that it is amazing and the coverage is great and you need it if you have dry skin. I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal sponge. I'm pretty sure this is under $10. I actually don't really like this sponge, but I don't have any other sponges that are under $10, so this is what we're gonna go in with today. And we are just going to start pouncing this foundation into the skin. You guys are gonna see this foundation blends so beautifully. Now, I've never blended it with this sponge because, like I said, I don't really use this sponge, but let's hope it blends and looks just as beautiful as it does in my other videos with my other sponges that I prefer using. This is a really good sponge if you are a beginner and you don't really want to spend $20 on a beauty blender, because sis, I feel you. I don't want to spend $20 on a beauty blender either, but I've been really liking the Dose of Colors blender. That one is $15, which of course can still be pricey, but a little bit better than $20. So you can see this still blended in really nice with this sponge. This sponge, I feel it's like a little bit more firm compared to my other sponges. So if you want something that's more firm and not as like squishy soft like a cloud, you would probably really like this blender. Not everybody wants a beauty blender that's super soft. I feel like the super soft ones tend to absorb product more, but this blended out the foundation really nice. I don't know why I'm doing my face first, to be honest. I just realized I am gonna do my eyes. Usually I do my eyes first, but we've already started, so we're just gonna finish the face. I'm gonna go in with some concealer. Now, you guys know I did use these on my channel as well. These are the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Concealers. I love these. They are great. Full coverage, hydrating, creamy. They kind of give like a natural finish to the skin, which I personally like. I don't like matte concealers anymore. They're just not my thing. When I was in high school I did, but it's been years, so I prefer more hydrating concealers just because my under eyes are so dry. So we're gonna take the same sponge and go right in. You can see this blends like a dream. You honestly don't really need to do much. You just kind of press it into the skin and it just disperses so nicely. And this combination, I have the shades 10N and 15W. For my skin tone specifically, they leave the under eyes really bright. So if you like a bright under eye, you would like this combination if you are my skin type. I mentioned in one of my other videos that I feel these shades in the ColourPop concealer collection, I just think these concealers oxidize, not these specific shades, but the whole line of concealers. They do oxidize, so keep that in mind. Fortunately, these ones don't oxidize that dark, so I can get away with using them and it doesn't look terrible under my eyes or like too dark, you know? But that is something to just keep in mind, that they do oxidize, but it's not really that noticeable, to be honest with you. So I don't think you'll have a problem picking out your shades. These are an amazing drugstore concealer. Well, if you consider ColourPop drugstore, I consider them drugstore just because they're in the drugstore part of Ulta, but everybody has a different opinion. But they are still very affordable. If you want to pick them up, you don't have to break the bank to get really good coverage. Next, we're gonna go in with some powder. We're gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is like one of my ride or die powders. It's so good. It's so good. I can never get away from it. I have the shade Fair. I'm actually gonna go in with a brush to apply this, and this is a Luxie 660 brush. This is so good from the drugstore. It does what any other high-end powder will do. It sets your makeup, keeps it in place all day. I really don't think that you need to go out and get a high-end powder. Personally, I think almost all powders pretty much do the same. I mean, some of them, the finish is a lot nicer on the skin, but this one is easily comparable to a high-end powder. Like, it's so good. I think this is the only powder that I own that's like drugstore. I have a Morphe powder, which I really like, but I think their powder might be a little bit more. And then ColourPop also has a loose setting powder, which is really nice as well. It's not my favorite, but it is still really nice and will set your makeup. So those are some affordable options for you. I'm thinking about doing a video of comparing like one side of my face, I don't know, like $50 total for makeup, and then one side of my face like just high end where it's like, you know, $100, $200, $300 in products on my face, and comparing them to see which side looks better. Because honestly, just because you're paying $60, $70, $80 for a product doesn't mean it works better than drugstore products. Like, I do not believe in that. That is such a myth. Some of the drugstore products I've used beat most of the high-end products that I bought and tried. So keep that in mind. Just because it's affordable doesn't mean it doesn't work. Next, we're gonna go in with bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their Mega Bronzer. It's just a really nice warm bronzer. It's in the shade Cool, and we are gonna go in with a Morphe brush, and we're just going to contour the face. You guys know I've been using this for months. Like, I don't even feel the need to buy a new bronzer because I like love this one so much. I could probably get like a deeper shade in it, but I don't want anything that's like too crazy, you know? Because I feel like sometimes darker bronzers can look like really muddy on me or like orange, so I just stick to this one because it's like really beautiful, and it's so good for fair skin because it starts out super subtle, but you can make it, you know, more dramatic the more layers you put on. You can make it darker accordingly, like, you know, however much color payoff you want to get from it, but it is so good. Next, we are going to apply some blush. This is the Milani powder blush. This is in the shade Romantic Rose. Really pretty blush. I don't use this often, but I do still have it in my collection, so we are going to go in with that. I'm going to use a Wet n Wild brush. This is just kind of like a nice muted kind of rosy pink. The reason I don't particularly use this that much is because I just feel like you really like have to go into the product to kind of get color payoff. So I personally don't love this. I used it when I was, you know, beginning, but now I prefer the blushes that I use in my regular routine. But this is really good if you are on a budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money on blush, because I get it. I used to hate blush. I was never a blush person until more recently, and now I can't live without it. So this is good. It just takes a lot of building up in my opinion. Next, we're gonna go in with highlighters. I have two here from the same company. These are from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has some of the best highlighters. We all know this. Hands down, 100%, they have some of the best highlighters in the drugstore. This one is in the shade Blossom Glow. This one is in the shade Botanic Dreams. So I'm not sure which one I want to use. I think I'm just going to mix them, to be honest. But they are so blinding. If you want a good drugstore highlighter, definitely check out Wet n Wild. Their formula is so good. And it's like super blinding too. Like, so you can start it out here, you know, subtle, cute, simple, but then the more you add over top of it, it can just become so blinding. You see that? Like, how beautiful is that? That is so beautiful. Like, you're joking. Wet n Wild, I definitely look forward to their highlighters when they come out. You know, there's some companies who drop highlighters and I'm just like, okay, like I just don't feel excited for it. But when Wet n Wild drops a highlighter, I'm excited for it. So it's just, look, the video don't lie, okay? So they have amazing highlighter quality, and they're cheap too. I think, what are these, like $3 or $4 or something like that? They're so cheap. Next, we are gonna do brows. I'm just gonna use the ColourPop Boss Brow Pencil. You guys know I use this on my channel every single tutorial because it's just so freaking good. I got the shade Dope Taupe. So if you are blonde like me and you have similar eyebrow color, you will like this color. It matches pretty well, actually. They also have another one. This one is the more square tip, I guess you could say. They have another pencil as well that's like a precise one, I think. I think this is like the definer one, I think, and then the other one is a precise one, and they both work really well. They're both the same exact shade color, so if you do order one in one shade, you can order the same one in the same shade. It'll be the same shade. I know sometimes companies will say they're the same shade and then you swatch them and you're like, what the heck? But they're the same exact shade. So here we got this brow. She a little thick today. You know, I'm not good at doing my brows. I'm trying to get better, but I've been like doing my brows a little bit thicker recently just because I love that thick bushy brow. Like, I love seeing girls, men, whoever with these like thick bushy brows. It's like an aesthetic thing, you know? It's like so aesthetically pleasing when I see that in like their photos or whatever. I love it. This brow right here is my trouble brow. I just can never get it to look like this brow. Like, I always think this brow looks good, and then I do this one and I'm like, okay. Depends on the day. Sometimes this brow is good. I feel like I can never get my brows even, which kind of sucks. Like, one brow looks good and then the other brow I can't get to look like the same, like when I do the lines, or, you know, sometimes I go too far down on my lid. So here we have this brow. Not bad if I say so myself. Now for brow gel, we're gonna go in with this e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is really, really nice. A lot of people were raving about this on YouTube and on social, so I love this. This is the shade Taupe. I pretty much get everything for my brows in the shade Taupe. This just makes your brows stick up straight all day long, but it doesn't leave your brows feeling crunchy. You know, I cannot stand when my brows feel crunchy. Like, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like that hairspray, hair gel feeling in my brows. So this is really, really nice. All right, let's start with the eyes. Actually, do I have an eyeshadow primer? Let me check. So I don't actually have a drugstore eyeshadow primer, so we're just gonna use some of that concealer. I did put a little concealer on my lids and some powder, so we're just gonna do that. Now, here is the product that I'm referencing when I tell you you're gonna know what year this came out because it's that old. This is the Carly Bible palette with BH Cosmetics. Now, they don't sell this anymore, but back in the day, like 3, 4, 5 years ago maybe, she made this palette with BH Cosmetics. It's so pretty, as you can see, and I don't really have like any other affordable eyeshadow palette, to be honest. Like, I pretty much buy all Morphe eyeshadow palettes and they don't have anything under $10 that I have. So this is what we are gonna go in with. It's just a neutral purpley kind of moment. So that is what we're gonna use. So the first shade that we are gonna go in with, we're gonna take this shade right here. It's kind of like just like a regular brownie pink kind of shade. And we're gonna start by putting this right into the crease. I remember going hard in this palette when I was in high school. I raved about this palette. I think I was like a freshman, maybe a sophomore, possibly a junior. I think this came out before my senior year and I loved it. I can like see all the dents in every shadow because I love this palette so much. Of course, I never hit pan, but they had a lot of dents in this palette, I must say so myself. It kind of like making me reminisce, you know what I mean? You ever just use something from your childhood and you're like, oh my God, it brings back memories. That's kind of how I feel with makeup sometimes. So we're just blending this right into the crease, just as our crease color. Then we're gonna go in with the shade right next to it. It is just a purpley brown right here. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna go over where we put that transition color. We're just gonna deepen up the crease a little bit. What I do note from this palette is there's a lot of fallout. I don't remember there being this much fallout though when I used it as a early teen. I don't remember this much fallout when I used it when I was in like my mid-teens. This palette's really good for like an everyday look in my opinion, so if you have it, use it because you can't get it anymore. Unfortunately, it was only like a limited time thing, which I hate because then it's like I don't want to use it on my channel because I'm like, oh, nobody can get it and that makes me feel like crap, but it is what it is. So now we're gonna use this shade right here. It's a really deep plummy purple, and what we're gonna do with this is we're going to pack it on the outer corner here. We're going to go for a purple moment today just because I have some other eyeshadow stuff that I'm going to use with this look that I just thought would look really pretty together. So we're just going to pack this on the outer corner and then bring it into the crease. Kind of like that. I'm just gonna do one eye on camera and one eye off just to save us some time, so that's why I'm not going in with the other eye right now. That's kind of what we're doing. So now what I want to do is I want to go in with these liquid shadows. These are a Stila dupe, okay? I'm telling you, they're a dupe for the Stila liquid glitters. These are from ColourPop. These are their Supernova shadows. I think they still sell these, I hope so, but I really, really like these. I think the shade that I'm gonna go in with is the shade called From the Valley. It's a really pretty iridescent purple silver. It's so good. So I'm gonna take a brush, actually, just like a flat brush, and then I'm just gonna use this BH Cosmetics V18 brush, and I'm gonna apply some of this on the brush here, and we are going to start stamping this onto the lid. Just look how blinding and beautiful this is, and I think these were only like $8. Like, they're so pretty. Oh, these just bring the whole look together, I swear. I live for shadows like these. It's such a nice way to really glam up the look, in my opinion. Like, look at that. Another thing you could do is you could go in with the applicator, but I don't really like to do this. I prefer using a brush just because you can get it more precise in certain areas, but you can see this stuff is no joke. It's so beautiful. And then I kind of want to go up into the crease a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I kind of want to like, okay, so I went up a little too high. That's okay. We can just kind of dust it away. But I do want to bring this color up a little bit into the crease, kind of. So this is what we got going on, okay? This look is so beautiful. Now what I want to do is I actually want to go in with an eyeliner. So this is from NYX. This is their Vivid Brights eyeliner. This is in the shade Vivid Blossom. I've actually never used this yet, but I really want to use it to kind of line the crease. So I'm going to get really close to my mirror here and the camera, hopefully staying in focus. Kind of like that. I'm just gonna make it a little thicker. We got a hair in my eye. Like that. And then they dry down matte, I'm pretty sure. It looks like it's drying down matte. But yeah, this is what the eyes are looking like for right now. I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I just finished up the eyelid here and I think I like this one a little bit more than this one. I don't know. This is my better eye. I should always just do this eye on camera, but I always end up doing this eye for some reason. But I want to set my face before I go in with concealer, so we're going to be using the Wet n Wild. This is the Coconut 3-in-1 priming water. I'm just going to use this to set my face. This smells so good. The only thing I don't like about the Wet n Wild one is it's a little harsh, so it can leave like little droplets on your face, which I hate any setting spray that can do that. But now we're gonna go in with mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Mascara, and we're just going to use this, but first I'm gonna curl my lashes. You definitely don't have to curl your lashes, but I like to whenever I'm gonna put false lashes on. This just really helps prep the natural lashes so that way you can distinctly see where your real lashes are, so you know where to put the false lashes. I think Maybelline has some of the best drugstore mascaras. I like the L'Oreal, what is it called? Voluminous, I think it's called. That one's also amazing. I think that one's kind of like a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. But I really like Maybelline's mascaras. Just like, it just looks so good on the lashes. They make your lashes very separated, very voluminous, lengthy, pretty much everything you could ask for. So there we have some mascara on. Now we're gonna go in with lashes. You guys know I always use Salon Perfect 661 or Ardell Wispy. I really like Ardell. Both Salon Perfect and Ardell are my favorite lash brands on the market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lash glue on. This is the Kiss Lash Glue. It's literally $3 and it's so good. But I'm going to put some lash glue on the lash and then let it get tacky. And then we'll go in with the lower lash line while this is getting tacky. You always want to let your glue kind of dry a little bit before you put it on the lashes. So let's go in with the lower lash line. We're gonna go in with that dark purple that we used right here on the outer corner, and we're going to put this right under the lower lashes and just kind of connect it up to the eyeshadow. I'm not really big on putting a lot of products under my lower lash line. I pretty much will just put the same products that I put up top on the bottom, unless like, you know, I want like a colorful lash line or, you know, something a little more simple. Sometimes I like to do colorful looks and keep it neutral on the lower lash line. Sometimes I like to do neutral looks and keep it colorful on the lower lash line. So it really all depends on my mood and like what look I'm going for. Now we're gonna take this color, which was our second crease color, and just blend that out even further, just like that. And we're gonna go in with some eyeliner. This is from ColourPop. This is their cream gel liner. I got this in the shade Crybaby. It's like a periwinkle, and we're just going to put this right in the waterline. Just like that. It kind of just gives us a little pop to our eye look, which I love. And we're gonna go in with some lower lash mascara. Just gonna be using the same mascara. I don't like a lot of lower lash mascara because I have like super long lower eyelashes and it'll get like all over my under eye area, so I have to like be careful. This one isn't ideal for lower lashes just because it's so big and you can't even like fit it in. Woo, my eyes are watering now. So now we're gonna go in with the lash. Ooh, look how cute that looks. I swear, a lash always just makes a whole eyeshadow look. Like, I feel like a brand new woman when I put on a pair of lashes. All right, we got our lashes on. Now we're gonna go in with our lip. I'm gonna use this NYX lip liner in the color Mauve. And then I'm gonna go in with the liquid lipstick from NYX in the shade Teddy. This is from their lip lingerie line, and I actually love that line. They're matte, they stay really long, they feel good. So let's line our lips. Oh, I need to sharpen this, hold on. That's what I hate about like eyeliners and lip liners, sharpening them. That's why I like the twistable ones, you know, those ones. Those are my jam. right, we got our lips lined. Now we're going in with the liquid lipstick. I don't know what I did to my lip. Ignore that. I must have bit it in my sleep or something. I like to smile when I'm putting on liquid lipstick, just so that way I can like fill in my lip lines. The only thing I don't like about this color is it's like patchy, you know, it like doesn't, you can't just like one swipe it and it looks like full coverage. It's like really patchy. You kind of have to like go over it a few times. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. This is what the eyes are looking like. I really hope you guys love the look. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. These are all so affordable and they're so good, you guys. You do not need to spend $100, $50 to look good, to feel good. You can always go to your local drugstore and pick up these products. I'm telling you, the drugstore is not what it used to be. It is stepping up their game. So I highly recommend hit the drugstore and you can look this, like, look, I look so glam. I feel like I just did like a full face of high-end makeup. This makeup truly feels high-end. Some of it I might not use or I don't like as much as other products, but they still work so well, and for their price you cannot beat it. I really hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you give the video a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, click the bell, and make sure you check out my social media. They are down in the description bar if you want to follow. And don't forget to comment. I'm always responding to comments. I never not respond to comments. So let me know your thoughts on these products. If you have any questions, let me know. I will get back to you. And let me know if you have any of these products, if you love them, if you hate them. You know, I love interacting with you guys and, you know, getting to make new friends in the community. It's so much fun to me and I love it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.